Hello Poppets, Media Ghoul here. My oh my, we're up to episode 3. What a blessing it's been so far. Frankly, I've enjoyed every moment of Rings of Power Season 2, and I hope they continue to make hundreds of more seasons. Ghouls like me just love all the delicious cringe it has to offer. Speaking of cringe, I think we should dive right on in with...
Quit horsing around! Play me some of that jumping music.
We begin with the Númenóreans realising how lame and cringe they are. Because this is Tolkien, Aragorn has a cry over Isildur's horse Beric. Turn this fellow free. He's seen enough of war, Aragorn says. Gosh, horse PTSD is a huge issue in Middle-earth, huh? Damn it! Beric knows something Aragorn doesn't. Isildur, Beric's rider and Aragorn's son, is alive. So, off he goes, into the wilds. He fights off orcs. He fights off spiders. He fights off Shelob. Baby Shelob. Yes, Shelob, who is, at this point in time, thousands of years old. And it's a baby. Do these writers even know anything? What the hell? Anyway, Beric saves Isildur and takes him back into the fray. Remind you of anything? Yes, you see, the Rings of Power is so desperate they have to resort to Brago member berries. Seriously? Man, if only Beric had the message about Halbrand being Sauron, the Rings of Power would never be made, and Beric, king of all horses, would have his place in Valinor amongst the Valar. Spin-off series, anyone? It is big yikes that the horse travelled all this way and wasn't scared away by the orcs or spiders, and it's super lucky that Isildur wasn't immediately gobbled up by baby Shelob. It's all very, very cringe. Yes, very cringe indeed.
It's like 9 or 10 gulps. I mean, you couldn't tell that was ketchup?
Did I stutter? I'm blind!
It's Númenor time, baby. I missed Blind Bertha and the Wizard of Oz so much. Every time either is on screen, it's a guarantee of cringe and big yikes. Speaking of big yikes, Aragorn approaches Blind Bertha and describes the room to her. You know, because
I'm blind.
A random woman then slaps the Queen. What? A random woman then slaps the Queen. And nothing's done about it.
Wait.
Not only did she slap the Queen, but she slapped a blind woman.
I'm blind.
What? That's so based. Let her go, for she is the most based. Seriously though, this lady slaps the Queen and then gets a hug for it. Yeah. Women just rule better, I guess.
Look, I don't want to get angry, okay?
Why? Are you uncomfortable around people with disabilities? That's okay. Lots of people are.
No, I'm not. I am very not uncomfortable.
The Wizard of Oz sneaks up on Blind Bertha while she's going through her late father's possessions. Dude, what is wrong with people? Why is everybody messing with this blind person? First a slap, and now sneaking up on them? Gods, Númenor is so ableist.
Woo woo! Your hateful slurs are through! Woo woo!
I call wee-wee on you.
Woo woo!
Cancel Númenor, cancel them. The two end up talking fashion. Babes, you want to wear the crimson red or, the white? The red, by the way, is very attractive to the great eagles. Why would that be important, cousin? No reason. No reason. Blind Bertha ends up choosing the white gown, as it was the colour her father wore, and it's much humbler. Sit down, Farazan. Such amazing symbolism, too. White means the past, red means the future. Wow!
You are my queen.
She is our queen.
You are my queen.
While she
is my queen.
We're still in Númenor. Okay. The Wizard of Oz, his son Joffrey Bolton, Schemy Schemer Esquire III, and Aragai's daughter are having a chat at the pub. Even though they're rich and nobles, they're doing so amongst the poor rabble. Oh my, how uncivilized. Joffrey Bolton is talking down Queen Bertha. They all end up talking about supplanting the Queen, doing so within earshot of Bro Snow. Heh, did that just happen? Joffrey and Bro Snow have a little, "Oh, you're lame. No, you're lame. Ugh, no, my daddy says you're the lamest." Bro Snow goes, "She's my queen," all over Joffrey's face. Wow, so natural, not forced at all. After Bro Snow leaves, Aragai's daughter mentions she found something, and we cut to blind Bertha going to the Palantir. But OMG, it's gone. OMG, who cares?
It not easy being green. Me no sound like Yoda. Do I?
We have found it, folks. The greatest scene in cinematic history. We're in Addar's camp. Grimble Grumble, Addar's second, asks if they have to go to war. They're safe here, he says. We have a home. Addar, however, is very upset his ex Sauron has already moved on to Celebrimbor. Sorry, Grimble Grumble, it's war. Then Daddy Orc, Mummy Orc, Baby Orc, Orc family? What? I'm sorry, do you want me to sympathise with orcs?
What about them? They're fresh.
What about their legs? They don't need those. Ooh, they look tasty.
Just a mouthful. A bit off the flank.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Orcs? You mean the horrific creatures that want to burn, pillage and kill everything? Yes, we just want to chill in Mordor and destroy the odd town or city here and there. Is that so much to ask? Ugh, seriously, orcs. Yes. I feel so sorry for the orcs. Yikes, man. That's big yikes. We go from a rather low to the highest of highs, for we're introduced to the greatest new character in Rings of Power. Damrod, the man, the myth, the legend, eater of dragon bones and slayer of dragon bones. He's gonna have the biggest impact in the history of Middle-earth. I just know it. Damrod, man. Every man, orc and elf in Middle-earth will curse his name for generations.
I think I've been poisoned by my constituents! Oh my God!
Can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time?
Yeah, he's got an egg!
Prince Durin and Deezer have made their way to Eregion to meet the new couple, Anteater and the Salaryman. They talk about offering Khazad-dûm aid as their people are running out of food. I know what you're thinking. Oh, great! The Elven City will send supplies to Khazad-dûm to strengthen the relationship and make it easier to trade for more mithril in the future. Ha ha ha! Food? You want food? No. Rings! I'll make you some rings. Mithril will heal your mountain, even though there is a massive deposit of mithril already in the mountain. Okay, I guess they need to be ringified to actually work. Makes total sense. There's a small problem, however. Prince Durin doesn't exactly trust Anteater. Sauron, the master manipulator, able to fool and trick anyone he pleases, is unable to manipulate dumbass Durin. Seriously, dumbass Durin. Yeah, great. Durin can see right through Sauron's influence. Yeah, that's totally fine. There is nothing at all wrong with that. Oh my God. Give them time, Salaryman says to Anteater. But Anteater doesn't have time, even though he totally should. The reason he doesn't have time is because the writers saw fit to tie Halbrand and Anatar together. Once the knowledge of Halbrand being Sauron is uncovered, it's over for him, so he's forced into a time constraint. Would have been pretty cool if Halbrand was out doing his thing and Anatar was in Eregion doing his thing at the same time. Illusions and magic and whatnot. That way, Halbrand would be the focus of the forces of good, while Anatar is corrupting them in the background. You could even have multiple little side characters doing seemingly unimportant things who all turn out to be Sauron shape-shifting, and the revelation that all these little things actually culminate into Sauron's master plan. Nah, we'll just go with the lame and lazy option. Unreal. Anteater says, ooh woo. What if the High King knew you were making more rings? Ooh woo. Salaryman then writes to Gil saying, glad the rings worked, cuz I'm closing the forge and you should totally come round for a cuppa. Even though Gil turning up while he's making more rings would be the last thing he wants. Okay, makes sense, I guess.
What's swooning?
Fainting.
What's fainting?
When a girl sees blood and collapses.
Isildur and Big Boy Beric come across a crime scene. Looks like these guys were back on the menu. A new cast member stabs Isildur. We will call her Ygritte for now. No reason at all. Jon Snow and Ygritte have a tee-hee. I just stabbed you, tee-hee. It doesn't hurt. Oh, tee-hee, tee-hee-hee. By the gods, another crime scene. But this one's a trap. Beric, however, is unable to handle these stinky mountain men. Really? You can kill orcs and giant spiders, but these wildlings are just too tough. Jon Snow is then saved by... OMG! It's wasted potential. I've missed you, my bro. Oh no! The wildlings steal Beric. It's over. Middle-earth is doomed. Wasted potential takes out most of the wildlings. Jon Snow and Ygritte follow wasted potential to wherever he's staying.
And isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
We open to a funeral for Bronwyn? What? Last we saw, she was absolutely fine. Yeah. So, the actress that plays her was out after season 1. She couldn't handle the cringe, you see. So, instead of recasting like they did with Adar, they just say, she actually died from the thing she totally healed from last season. And the whole world laughed. But, yikes. It's sad. It's tragic. It's kind of funny, actually. We see a wedge has been put between wasted potential and the King of the Dead.
Just because she can't afford it.
No, ma'am, I'm afraid that's not allowed.
Help me, I'm poor.
No.
There's a line outside King Durin's throne room. People are hungry. They need help. Na'vi calms the crowd by saying he will speak with the king. Na'vi tells him the food merchants are outside. Yeah, the line is literally right there. There's no door. King Durin can absolutely see and hear them. News to him, I guess. Na'vi tells him the food reserves will last about 3 months. That's pretty dire. Send them in, the king demands. But instead of a food merchant who probably waited all day so he could be at the front of the line, Prince Durin practices his privilege by skipping the queue and entering to speak with his daddy. Oh, father, I'm stubborn, but I guess I'll talk to you if it means feeding our kingdom. Yikes, bro. Prince Durin informs the king about the rings of power. Whatever, moving on.
What you thinking about, baby?
Me? I'm just thinking about
The Roman Empire.
Wasted Potential and the King of the Dead talk about Wasted Potential's home. He compares losing his home to the undead king losing his mother. Too soon, my guy. Let the kid mourn. Yikes. The undead king tells Wasted Potential he wants nothing to do with him, now that baby Bronwyn is gone. Sometimes kids just need a bit of space. I'm sure someone who is thousands of years old would understand this, even if it's a slightly foreign concept to the elves. Jon Snow meets up with the undead king. Wow, it's an aqueduct. Wow, Rome! Look, guys! Look, it's Rome and such! The foul, undead traitor king tells Jon Snow if he wants his horse back, meet him tonight with a sword, and they'll get it.
A girl.
A wildling.
We could question her.
You could. I've known a wildling to bite off his tongue instead of talking.
Ygritte and Jon Snow talk by the fire. They speak of her betrothed. It's so romantic. It's so hot. The fire, I mean. Jon Snow talks about losing his mother. He was caught in a rip in the sea. His mother drowned, saving his life. What? His mother drowned, saving his life in the sea? Oh, but I thought...
The sea is always right. The sea is always right.
Sorry, bro. What's the problem? Why are you sad? The sea's always right, you know. What's your problem, brother? Ygritte also lost her parents. It's all very sad, very tragic all round. I do really like this moment here. I know, finally a compliment for this episode, but I really do like Isildur tearing up over his mother's death, to then cut to Theo crying as he listens. Finally, someone he can relate to. It's actually a nice few seconds in the sea of misery that the show is. But, like a fart in the wind, the nice moment is lost and we're straight back to it. The undead king and Jon Snow go off to find Beric. Then we see Ygritte burn away her mark of Eddar. So yeah, she's a wildling. I think you get the nicknames now. By the way, she could totally just say, oh, I was kidnapped and enslaved. This mark was forced upon me. You know, that's much easier and a lot less painful than trying to hide it, but whatever.
That was easy. That was easy.
Oh, we're already at Jon Snow finding and saving Beric. That was easy. Jon and a wildling have a staring contest until it's interrupted by the traitor undead king. Well, howdy, folks. I'm a big Sauron guy. Look at my arm marks. It shows I'm actually an acolyte of Waldrig, father of Mount Doom and creator of Mordor. The wildlings, obviously, have no idea what these markings are, but before they can do anything to Theo, they are attacked by something. Who could possibly know what this something is? Truly impossible to guess. Isildur just straight up bails on the Traitor King. Oh, this is why Theo doesn't come to fight when Isildur calls him in the future, cursing him to become the king of the dead. Oh, wow, that's so cool, Rings of Power. Wow, I give that a 3 out of 4 shadowing.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Get your hand off my penis!
Oh, God. We are back in Numa Snore. Yay, yahoo, yahoo. We're at the Queen's coronation. Even though there hasn't been a vote or anything. There's a bunch of rabble about how stinky poo-poo blind Bertha is. Poor girl. She just wants total control and leadership. Is that so much to ask? She has what I'm sure the writers think is a very cool, but it's actually a very lame little monologue about the current state of the populace. But then, OMG, something unprecedented happens. Aragai's daughter speaks up. Blind Bertha has been taking counsel from a Palantir. An elven stone has been controlling the Queen, OMG, such drama, such... Okay, fine, whatever. The Wizard of Oz sets up Blind Bertha for the perfect dismissal, but she fumbles it completely and admits that the Palantir is hers.
And destroy it.
No! The Palantir is mine.
Okay, it's your father's, and you could just put blame on him, as everyone knows he was fond of the elves. But fine, honesty's the best policy when it comes to ruling a kingdom, I guess. The rabble gets larger. Things are about to go crazy. But then, oh my lord, look, the eagles! The eagles have come! Yes, for some reason, which is never actually explained in the season, a great eagle shows up. And it shows up to Blind Bertha's coronation. Wow, truly even the gods wish Bertha to be queen. But uh-oh, the Wizard of Oz is wearing red. And even though the eagle showed up to the Queen's Coronation. The Wizard of Oz approaches the eagle, raises his sword, and everyone chants his name. I guess it's just that easy to win elections around here, huh? Gods, these people are stupid.
They must be done. I can feel Goku's energy. But why now? That's not even a year.
We cut back to Eregion, where Salaryman and Anteater are already forging the Dwarven Rings of Power. Wow, I'm sure it'll take some time to actually make these, right? Oh, and King Durin is here. Wait. Galadriel and Elrond are still in Lindon, desperately trying to get the message to Salaryman that Halbrand is Sauron. In that time, Salaryman found out about Khazad-dûm, sent a message to Durin and Disa. Durin and Disa met with Salaryman and Anteater. Durin then had to wait some time to meet with the king. Then the king has made it to Eregion to watch the rings being forged, and Galadriel and Elrond are still in Lindon? What's going on? Does time move differently in parts of Middle-earth? Or are the writers just idiots that can't even keep to a simple timeline? My gods, the show is ridiculous. Oh, I love it. And yahoo, that's episode 3. And people say they enjoy this show. Come on, y'all. If you enjoy it like I do for all the delicious cringe, then yeah, I'm with you. But if you think this is good, whatever, more power to you. Who am I to tell you what you should or shouldn't enjoy? But just know this. Rings of Power is the biggest Yikes show I've ever seen, and we haven't even gotten to the worst episode of the season yet. Thanks for watching, my ghouly friends. If you're still listening, make sure to hit the like button and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I'm curious, what's the worst episode of the show for you and why? Mine's episode 7 of this season. Helm's Deep? That's cute. Anyway, I'll see you next video.